Welcome to Super Media Runners, where we run the media to you, and welcome to part 1 of our Small Soldiers Iceberg. Hopefully every July I can make this the month of Small Soldiers for our channel to celebrate one of our favorite movies growing up. I will be releasing each part of the iceberg in the next 3 weeks, ending with the full iceberg for you to relax and enjoy listening to. So please support each part, as I hope in making an iceberg for this movie, more like-minded fans can make their own icebergs of Small Soldiers in the future. Let's begin. Small Soldiers is a 1998 PG-13 American action comedy film directed by Joe Dante. It spawned lots of toys based on the characters from the movie, as well as several video games and a board game. The main plot consists of two opposing toy factions, the Gorgonites and the Commando Elite, given sentience through military microchips and causing havoc in a small neighborhood, with several human bystanders involved in the battle. The film used a combination of practical, animatronics, and CGI to bring the toys to life. The film never received a sequel or remake as of the making of this video. It has grossed over $71 million with an estimated $40 million budget. Since its release, the film has garnered a cult following, with some devoted fans making their own replicas of the toys, collecting merchandise, and discussing the film at length. During the film's release, several video game adaptations were developed and released. Small Soldiers for the PS1 and Game Boy. The PS1 version of the game does not follow the original film's plot, instead opting to take place in the real fantasy world of Gorgon, home of the Gorgonites. You play as Archer in a third-person perspective as he must defeat the Commando Elite with his crossbow, which would operate more like a gun with multiple ammunition types. Meanwhile, the Game Boy version followed the plot of the film in a more simplistic platformer. Small Soldiers Squad Commander is a 2D top-down RTS that also does not follow the original plot of the film. Instead opts to tell about the fictional town of New Bedford, with the Gorgonite toys thwarting the Commando Elite toys from ruling the world, with Commando Elite toy factories creating their army. You could actually pick between Commando Elite Campaign or Gorgonite Campaign, each with their own unique story and endings. Small Soldiers Globotech Design Lab for the PC is a strategy game where you can customize and create your own Gorgonite or Commando Elite characters, or select from a number of presets in order to battle the opposing team. We could be here all day about the unique and interesting merchandise that spawned from the movie, but in addition to multiple toys of the Commando Elite and Gorgonites, other merch included lunchboxes, clothes, party favors, backpacks, popcorn buckets, pens, hats, binders, folders, stickers, and so much more. Starting with the film's human cast, we have our protagonist, Alan, played by Gregory Smith, along with his potential love interest, Christy Fimple, played by Kirsten Dunst. Alan's mother and father were played by Ann Magnuson and Kevin Dunn, respectively, while Christy's mother and father were played by Wendy Shaw and Phil Hartman, respectively. The Globotech employees in the beginning of the film, who kickstart the plot, were played by David Cross and Jay Moore, with the CEO of Globotech played by Dennis Leary. Starting with the voice actors for the Gorgonites, we had Frank Langella as Archer, Christopher Guest as Slamfist/Scratchit, Michael McKean as Insaniac and Troglodyte, Harry Shearer as Punchit, Jim Cummings as Ocula, Michael McKean as Freakenstein. Moving on to the Commando Elite, we had Tommy Lee Jones as Major Chip Hazard, George Kennedy as Brick Bazooka, Jim Brown as Butch Meathook, Ernest Borgnine as Kip Killigan, Clint Walker as Nick Nitro, Bruce Dern as Link Static. In addition, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Christina Ricci voiced the Gwendy dolls. Upon its original release, reception on the film was mixed. Siskel and Ebert famously gave the movie 2 thumbs down, while Caroline Westbrook of Empire gave it 3 out of 5 stars. On review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 49% based on 47 reviews, with an average rating of 6.10 out of 10. Audience polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B+ on an A+ to F scale. When the new Globotech employees, Irwin and Larry, were given login passwords to access the Globotech database, Irwin's password was Gizmo, a nod to Gizmo the Mogwai from director Joe Dante's Gremlins films. On June 21, 2023, Comadron Studios uploaded a proof-of-concept trailer using Unreal Engine 5 titled Small Soldiers: War for the Necron onto YouTube. Comadron Studios' history is relatively unknown when looking them up online, and their LinkedIn page states that they were founded in 2021. The trailer shows incredibly toy-like models of two rival factions, the Space Elite and the Necronites. Their Instagram page, small_soldiers_official, provides high-quality character models of each character in the trailer that provides lore dumps of both factions and why they are in conflict in the first place. Their last Instagram post was on August 2023, and no additional updates from the Comadron Studios can be seen at the time of the recording of this video. After digging into more of Comadron Studios' history, they are relatively known in the mobile gaming space, and their last, and it appears only, project was Metabot's Card Battle RPG game, which was later renamed to MyBots as a result of a trademark dispute. After looking into the original mobile reviews of the game, many users claim that this was a classic example of a microtransaction-riddled game that blocked progress until the player spends real money for a better chance in progressing. This is where I started seeing Reddit comments on the trailer that have asserted that the studio is allegedly nostalgia-baiting Small Soldiers fans with this proof-of-concept trailer by avoiding using any of the original characters due to copyright as a way to possibly get a company or publisher to help fund this into another mobile game. Another person even claims that they purchased the copyright currently to the Small Soldiers name, but not the IP, and are attempting to use the popularity of the property, similar to what was being done to the Metabots IP. Again, without a true record of communication and updates from Comadron Studios, it's hard to tell if anything would ever come from this project, especially after nearly a year of radio silence. Link to the trailer will be in the description below. Phil Hartman plays Phil Fimple, Christy's father in the Small Soldiers movie. Aside from Small Soldiers, Hartman is well known in a number of other roles, including voicing various characters in The Simpsons, as well as starring in many movies, including Three Amigos, Blind Date, Coneheads, House Guest, and Jingle All the Way. On May 27, 1998, Hartman was fatally shot and killed by his wife, Bjorn, during a domestic discord, according to investigators. Small Soldiers would release theatrically in the same year in July, with the film being considered Hartman's last on-screen role before his death and is dedicated to his memory. Universal Pictures is a production and distribution film company involved with the Small Soldiers movie, and was very heavily involved with some of the marketing and promotions for the film, including a special Small Soldiers behind-the-scenes experience. Although there is no footage of the experience available from what I could find, there was a press release on the experience that gives some insight on what occurred. The world's most innovative and sophisticated movie-making techniques will be revealed to the Universal Studios Hollywood visitors this summer when Small Soldiers Behind-the-Scenes Experience opens on June 29, 1998. The experience is inspired by the DreamWorks Pictures Universal Pictures co-production of Small Soldiers, hitting screens nationwide on July 10th. Many elements of the new film, which will blend live action with state-of-the-art computer animation, will be included in this exclusive hands-on experience of high-tech movie magic, which features videos narration by the film star Phil Hartman and live appearances by the film's colorful characters. Small Soldiers Behind-the-Scenes Experience will take guests through two of the studio's historic sound stages and onto original sets. In addition, I found a Reddit thread of people discussing the experience. From the OP, It was called Small Soldiers Behind the Scenes Experience, and from what little I've been able to gather, it showcased props from the film and appearances from the Commandos and Gorgonites. It was originally narrated by Phil Hartman, RIP, but with his death occurring so soon before the release of the film, he was changed. I remember reading somewhere Kirsten Dunst and Dennis Leary replaced him as the host. The Hollywood Reporter published an article in 2014 about Fox purchasing the script for a movie titled Toymageddon, with Justin Lin set to produce. At this time, he had left directing for the Fast and Furious franchise. The article describes the high-concept idea that is a mix of Ghostbusters and Jurassic Park that centers around a toy factory that runs amok. No additional updates on the film's production could be found up until Fox is being purchased by Disney in March 2019. In an August 2019 article by Variety, following losses in Q3 during the acquisition, Disney made the decision to axe and cancel many films that were under 20th Century Fox, including Toymageddon, in which it was revealed in a Looper article that it was in fact a remake of the original Small Soldiers movie. In a 2000 article by The Guardian, a suit was filed at a district court in LA by filmmaker Gregory Grant, who charged Spielberg, DreamWorks, and Universal Pictures with copyright infringement of his short film, Ode to G.I. Joe, for their 1998 feature Small Soldiers. Grant claimed that he met with representatives of Spielberg's production company, Amblin Entertainment, in 1991 to discuss expanding his short into a full-length production, and that Spielberg personally requested a 16mm print of the original picture. The suit alleged that Small Soldiers, which was then titled Toy Soldiers at the time, went into development less than a month after Grant was told they would not be moving forward with the project. I could only find stories of the initial suit, but no results or whether the case was dismissed or settled, so we can only speculate in regards to this lawsuit.